welcome to Find Out Nation. I'm one of your hosts, Jamie.
I'm one of your hosts, Nicole.
And we're here to talk about what happens when a nation fucks around and finds out, especially considering like we are in the middle of the fuckery. Like they're,
yes.
I'm going to move this over here so I'm like looking at it straight on instead of to the side. We are like 100% in the midst of the fucking around portion of our,
Yes.
It's a thing. It's a thing. Okay. Before we jump into the fucking around.
Yeah.
How many days in are
Entry
we?
countdowns?
Yeah.
300.
Oh God, I feel like you're not as excited as
I know.
Okay.
383 till the midterms.
I feel like that got larger.
That's what I know. That's why I was like, oh, fuck me.
It feels like we were at like 290 last time.
I know. And we're back up at 383. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Ugh, okay.
268 in to this fucking disaster of a presidency. He has been cited 68 days since returning office. So both days this past weekend. I mean, it's just a little government shutdown. It's fine. Like that doesn't keep anybody.
That's right. It's fine.
That's ridiculous.
That's right.
It's ridiculous. He's got to relax, guys. He's got to be able to relax and keep his mind off the distractions.
Yes, because it's overwhelming him. Yeah,
exactly.
He needs me time. I can't believe like we still have 3 years.
Girl, we can't.
3 years.
We can't do this for 3 more years. This has got like the bottom has to fall out. Like I just can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Well, on that.
So we're just starting out with a bang, guys. We're like, you know what? This shit's really fucking rough. We're just gonna.
Yeah, it's. I'm feeling it. I don't know why, but I'm really fucking feeling it. This lately.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's just really. I think it's especially bad because we are entering. Today is 14 days of government shutdown.
Yes.
Air traffic controllers. I think. They're saying that they got half a paycheck and now they will get maybe one. No, they won't have any more paychecks until the government reopens. So like we're starting to get to the point where it's getting dangerous.
Yeah. Well, and it's just infuriating. It's just infuriating to me because, and I understand how the paychecks work for our elected officials, whatever. But if the government shut down, you shouldn't be sitting at home pulling your congressional
government paycheck.
Or
benefits.
Exactly.
If
no one else is getting their paycheck. You have no incentive to fucking govern and come to an agreement when you're sitting at home on your ass, still getting your paycheck while our air traffic controllers and the people that run our national parks and all of our other federal workers are not getting their paycheck. It's a load of fucking bullshit.
Yes. So we are 15 days as of probably tomorrow when people actually listen to this into the government shutdown, assuming that I actually get it out tomorrow and it doesn't take me 3 days. But regardless, the Trump administration sent out 4,100 layoff notices to employees who can't access their work emails.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, and their work emails have been hacked by the Republicans and they've had their out of office messages changed.
Right.
Like Jesus Christ.
And of course there's no HR there to help people.
Big balls maybe.
So 4,100 layoff notices have gone out to employees. A California judge temporarily blocked Trump's layoffs when a bunch of like federal workers unions, went in and were like, hey, listen, this is illegal and an abuse of power. And this California judge is like, no shit, it definitely is. I think that we can block these 4,100 layoffs. But so as of right now, the layoffs are blocked until hearing further arguments. Of course, just to remind people, the Democratic lawmakers are demanding that any deal to reopen the federal government addresses their healthcare concerns. The Republicans keep saying, open the government and then we'll talk about it. And they keep saying, we asked you to talk about it for fucking months and you refused.
Yeah.
You, to this day, have not had a conversation about it. Like, honestly, like they just are not willing to have a conversation about it.
Right. They do. And they think the Democrats are just going to be stupid enough to sign on to this continuing resolution, and then they'll be able to forget about it later.
Right. Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson predicted that the shutdown may become the longest in history, saying he won't negotiate with Democrats until they hit pause on their demands. Go
Their
fuck
only
yourself,
demand is that you continue with the ACA
subsidies.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the only fucking literal demand that the Democrats have. That's it.
That's right. That is correct. But he will not negotiate. He refuses to negotiate. And so who knows how long this is going to go on. But to your point, he has no motivation. Like, it's all ego and big dicks right now.
Yeah.
Like, he has no motivation to actually get out and govern and come up with a solution that would allow the government to continue, but also make sure that, you know, Democratic, because just holding a party in a stranglehold, like, this is the only tool Democrats have. So you better believe that if they weren't using this, I would be throwing a goddamn fucking fit. So,
Yes.
Anyway, yeah. So 15 days of government shutdown, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But we had quite the bombshell reporting by Politico yesterday. The young Republican text messages that came out. So there was a text chain that I think was started by then New York head of the New York State Young Republican.
Okay.
Who was trying to, like, I don't know if he was trying to get reelected or trying to move up in the organization. I don't really know. I didn't read the whole article, but basically he started this text chain. And in it, he included, like, the vice chair of the Kansas Young Republicans, the vice chair of the New York Young Republicans. There were, like, Arizona Young, like, there were a bunch of people on this. They went through 2,800 messages. 28,000 messages, almost 2,000 pages of text messages. Mark went through and read a lot of them, and it's shocking.
Really?
They refer to Black people as monkeys. They talk about starting up the gas chambers again. What? Someone literally says, "I love Hitler." I am not joking. Like,
but why am I surprised? But I'm shocked. I'm fucking shocked by it.
So this is what I wanted to bring up to you tonight. I mean, they use the N-word multiple times, right?
Oh,
they
gross.
Use gay slurs, like everything. Okay, which we know is a product of the current administration and the language that he uses. Like, we've heard him say things that have 100%, like, the moment he refused to, like, denounce fucking Trump, Hitler, Nazi people.
Yeah. At the Unite
like
the Right
he was
rally.
Just promoting this language.
Yeah.
Okay. Most politicians, both on the right and the left, have said, listen, this is hate speech. It's terrible. Go fuck yourself. You should stop. Because a lot of these kids who were young Republicans are now, like, members of the government. Oh, so on X, the board of directors of the National Young Republicans said that every member of that chat must immediately resign their state organization. They put this out on X. We are appalled by the vile and inexcusable language revealed in the Politico article published today. Such behavior is disgraceful, unbecoming of any Republican, and stands in direct opposition to the values our movement represents. Okay. So most people did the right thing and were like, this is bullshit. But not J.D. Vance.
Oh. Why would he?
That's right. J.D. Vance said on X that basically this is what did he say? This is far worse than anything said in a college group chat. On X Tuesday night, Vance drew attention to Democratic candidate for Virginia Attorney General Jay Jones, who texted a colleague about shooting the then Republican House Speaker and wishing harm on his children. So did you hear this story? I didn't either. And in all fairness, I was surprised that we didn't hear this story. But basically, Jay Jones, who at the time was running for Attorney General of Virginia, he was texting a colleague of his and was like, hey, the current House minority speaker or Republican House Speaker deserves 2 bullets in the head. And I want his wife to see to cry over his children's bodies. Like, it was bad.
Oh, like bad.
Like, it was bad. Yeah. And so Vance was like, That was far worse than anything said in a college group chat. And the guy who said it could become the Attorney General of Virginia. I refuse to join the pearl clutching when powerful people call for political violence. So he's basically saying, like, hey, I'm not gonna join the pearl clutching. People can say whatever they want. Okay.
Can they? Because go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
This is what I was going to ask you. You know, I have tried to be very conscientious, extremely conscientious about how I respond to the Charlie Kirk thing. Because to your point, I want to be very clear that killing someone is a moral issue and not a political issue. I morally do not believe killing is good, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. And I don't want to like befriend somebody that I don't have the same morality as. Like, regardless, I wouldn't want to support someone who doesn't have the same morality I do.
Right.
With that said, I find more similar moral background with my Democrat friends than I do my Republican friends.
Right.
Most of my Democrat friends are very conscientious about how they say things and what they say, and, you know, want to make sure that they are conscientious of how their words affect people and blah, blah, blah. Whereas my right leaning friends are like, go fuck yourself. I'm going to say whatever I want to say. Right. And so I'm like, should we condemn people for the shit that they say in private texts, private chats? Like, is that fair to do to people? You know what I'm saying? Because there have been times that I've gotten so upset, I could be like, I would say to Mark, oh my God, I could kill you right now. Or I've said to you, oh my God, I could kill my child right now. We know that's not true. We know that's not accurate.
It's a phrase of speech. Yes.
Well, and to your point, I'm speaking flippantly on a topic that is I don't literally feel this way.
Right.
And I would venture to say that if you put a gun in Jay Jones' hand and sat him in front of the Republican House Speaker, he would not pull that trigger.
Correct.
But do I think that if these Republicans had the opportunity to serve Hitler and to put people in gas chambers, I do think that is 100% accurate.
Yeah.
That they would.
And I am with you in regards to like the Charlie Kirk thing. I don't think anyone should ever be killed for the things that they say. We all have the First Amendment right to say the things that we want to say. The caveat to that is you are not free of the repercussions of that free speech. And there are always repercussions of that free speech, especially when it comes to light. When you are chatting in what you think is a private group chat and you're saying unhinged, heinous fucking shit, and then it comes to light, there's going to be repercussions to that. You're going to lose your job potentially. You're going to be outcasted. You're only going to be welcome at the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers meetings going forward. You might not be welcome at the Young Republican meetings anymore. That's the caveat to the freedom of speech. I don't think anybody should die for it on either side. But
because killing is immoral.
Right.
Not because it's a protection of free speech, but just because killing people is immoral.
It's such a extreme act. Like maybe I'm just not even making any sense, but I'm just like, it's not, because yes, to your point, it's not just the protection of free speech, but it's like killing somebody for what they're saying is so fucking extreme to me. Like, I just don't, I can't wrap my mind around it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
100%.
I disagree with people all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? And like, it doesn't occur to me to run them over with my fucking car. Like, I don't understand it. And so, I guess that's.
And so, like, I'm getting to the point where, and I get that in the eyes of the right wing, they are viewing this as it's time for war.
Correct.
And I'll be honest, I know there's a group of Democrats out there that feel the same way. It's time for war. Like, put up or shut up, pick up a gun. It's time for us to have a war. So I am positive there are both sides that are feeling
Mhm.
that way right now.
Mhm.
But it's sort of like these people that let Trump off as an Epstein pedophile.
Right.
I want to be like, if you found out
Yes.
that that my husband would, I don't want to even say this out loud. If you found out that your best friend diddled kids,
Oh,
would you still be that person's best friend?
no.
No.
No. And I would have
I
turned him
don't
in.
think anyone would say yes.
Yeah, no. How can you? But
Right.
I don't. Yes, this weird, like, we're going to look the other way
Right.
because they politically align with me, or because I
Exactly.
like this about them, but sometimes they use the N word when they get drunk and they make inappropriate comments and gestures and jokes. No,
Right.
no. Like, I
So,
don't understand
to
that.
your point, that's exactly right. Racism is not a political issue, it's a moral issue.
Yes. Yes.
Killing Jews is not a political issue,
Right.
it's a fucking moral issue.
Yes.
So, to your point, like, politics aside,
Yeah.
if I found out my very best friends were out having sex with 12-year-olds,
Oh my God.
I don't think I would continue staying friends with them. And I'd be like, what do we need to do to get you fucking help for being sick?
Yeah. And if
You know?
you don't think you need help, then how do I get wired up so that I can make sure your ass goes to prison? Because I'm just
Right.
not, like, I'm
Right.
not going to condone this shit. I'm not.
Right. I would not be friend, like, if I found out a
Mm-mm.
neighbor was a pedophile, I would not want to associate with that
Mm-mm.
person. If I found out
No.
a person in my outer circle was a pedophile,
Yeah.
I wouldn't like invite them over for dinner or invite them to my parties or
And be like,
whatever.
well, it's
Absolutely
just
fucking not.
complicated. It's just kind of
Right.
complicated. We just have a difference of opinion. That's not a fucking difference of opinion.
That's not a difference of opinion. That is immorality.
Yes. A difference of
And
opinion is that I chose to serve meatloaf at the dinner you came to, and you don't fucking like meatloaf, and we have a goddamn knockout fight about why
right.
meatloaf is great or not. Like, that's a difference
Well,
of opinion.
it can even be political in nature, whether or
Yes.
not the Medicare tax cuts
Yes.
or the ACA subsidies
Yes.
deserve to continue. Although there is some morality in like making sure people have health care, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
But like those are
Yes.
political comments.
Differences of opinion. Yes.
That's right. But when you clearly hold beliefs that are immoral,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know Democrat or Republican that would let that go.
No, and I can't, like, the thing with the Epstein files, what I have such a hard time with is the willingness to cover it up
Oh God,
by
I know.
everyone around him. And the fact that now this is what has got MAGA in such a stir. Like, you really didn't think Trump was in the Epstein files?
I know. We've talked about this
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time, but at the end of the day, we're not hearing the pressure anymore coming from
Right.
far right trying to force this
Mhm.
because Trump and MAGA land has successfully diverted everyone's attention.
Yep.
Okay, so fuck those young Republicans. A lot of them have been, a lot of them have lost their jobs. So the guy that started the text chain, I think he lost his job. There was someone else that I know lost their job.
And I don't know. I feel like Vance coming out and being like, well, trying to equate this one was way worse than this one is very much the, but boys are just going to be boys attitude. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's not okay either.
No, especially because if you asked me if what Jay Jones said was okay, I would tell you no.
No.
It's not okay.
Right.
Duh. Okay. Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
Since you brought up the Epstein files.
Okay.
So we still have not sworn in Grijalva.
I mean, do her constituents really need representation? I mean,
right?
The government shut down. They don't.
The Arizona Secretary of State office formally certified her election victory this week. The Arizona Democrat is making fresh demands. So I guess from the New York Times, they said that on Wednesday morning, a group of Arizona lawmakers gathered in front of the Capitol and accused Mike Johnson of protecting pedophiles, obstructing the will of voters, and taking an unprecedented political action and refusing to perform the simple ministerial duties
love
of
it.
swearing in the elected member of Congress. Yeah, so he basically came out and was like, we want to swear her in. It's an honor for us to swear. But it's unfair to her if I swear her in without the House being in session and the ability to bring in her family and celebrate it and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I don't fucking care.
Right.
Swear me in.
Well, then bring the House back in session. The whole reason you're not is because of the government shutdown and you don't want 100%. The vote.
That's right. The members of the Democratic Women's Caucus chanted swear her in outside of Johnson's office this week, which is awesome.
That's awesome. He's like, those bitches.
I know.
Those bitches.
And then Arizona Attorney General Chris Mayes, who directed the House Speaker to allow her to begin her duties, she warned Johnson that she's prepared to take the matter to court if he continues to resist.
Good.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
Because to your point, fuck this guy. It is very okay. I have a bug.
Oh, I know.
So if you see me randomly,
yes.
If you see me randomly swatting things, you'll know why.
Huh.
Anyway, yeah. So at this point, like, I'm glad she's ready to start talking about taking him to court because fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Like at this point, you are period point blank covering for pedophiles. That's all you're doing.
Yes.
And there's no doubt in my mind about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of, did you kill a bug?
I just killed a gnat. It's been flying around my light and it's driving me nuts. I just killed it.
Okay. So speaking of our favorite revolters, let's talk about MIT.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, Trump basically put out to college and universities a list of demands if they want any federal funding, right?
Yes. 9 universities. Yes.
Right. And it was like a whole slew of, I know it included no trans people on teams.
Yep.
And a provision for protecting Jews, even though all the young Republicans are out there wanting to
restart
kill the Jews.
Up the ovens. Yes.
That's right. And telling people that they love Hitler.
Yes. Yeah.
But MIT came out and said, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Yeah. They were the first university to formally reject the supposed compact for excellence.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see here. They just came out pretty much and said this is flagrantly disregards the well-established, unconstitutional conditions doctrine, and it tramples all over the First Amendment. So they said, it demands governance reforms aimed at transforming or abolishing institutional units. They had all of these points listed out about, it's suppressing free speech and all these other violations. So, but yeah, they were the first university to come out and be like, yeah, no, we're not signing on for this. We don't then strip our federal funding. Like we are not doing this. So,
yeah. So the 10-point compact includes banning the consideration of sex, ethnicity, race, nationality, political views, sexual orientation, gender identity, religious associations, and admission or financial aid decisions, requiring some sort of standardized testing for undergraduate applicants, abolishing institutional units that purposefully punish, belittle, and even spark violence against conservative ideas. I love that.
Yeah.
Prohibiting incitement to violence, including the support of entities designated by the government as terrorist organizations, Antifa. Ensuring hiring doesn't consider any protected classes.
Yeah.
Yep. Guaranteeing institutional neutrality at all levels, including requiring all employees to abstain in their official capacity from actions or speech related to politics, which fucking cracks my shit up considering everything that the White House has done to make sure the DOJ is political and to make sure that the Supreme Court is political and all these places that aren't supposed to be political.
Yeah.
They're the first ones to do
the Office of Management and Budget.
Yes. 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 Or the FCC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Committing to grade integrity and avoiding grade inflation or deflation for any non-academic reason. Requiring single-sex spaces, such as bathroom and locker rooms. Defining gender based on reproductive function and biological processes and requiring fair competition in sports. I love the reproductive function.
Yeah.
Because if, oh, I just saw my gnat. If I, as a woman, can't reproduce because of whatever reason, does that mean I compete as a man?
Or that if you have had to have a total hysterectomy done,
yeah,
and you now don't
right.
have your reproductive organs, like
right.
what exactly does that mean?
Yeah. Capping.
Did you get it?
Capping the amount now of undergraduate students on foreign visas at 15% or less.
Yep.
And no more than 5% from any single country. Providing free tuition for students pursuing hard science programs at universities with an endowment exceeding $2 million and disclosing all foreign funding. So all of those, to your point, are very much targeted at DEI, at transgender, at sexuality. Like all of this is very much. And the one that really kills me is abolishing institutional units that purposefully punish, belittle, and even spark violence against conservative ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you had told me like violence against political ideas, that'd be one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I could maybe see like, okay, but when you're specifically targeting, hey, you can't speak ill of conservative ideas.
Conservatives.
That's right. But we can, so young Democrat club, you have to be abolished, but young Republicans, you can stay here all day.
And you can talk all about how much you love Nazis.
That's right.
And how much you want to restart
inciting violence
and all this shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, to your point, like, so what Trump posted about this, highest education has lost its way, is now corrupting our youth and society with woke, socialist, and anti-American ideology. Like, okay. So yeah, so he's basically said that you are on a so these colleges are on a fast track for increased federal funding if they agree to adopt all of these.
Sign on to it. Yeah.
That's right. And basically what they're saying is, no, that's not going to happen. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I know that several of the other universities have said that they received it, but they have not responded to it yet. Have we heard of anybody that has accepted it?
No.
Okay.
I haven't yet. Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting.
And did you hear that Gavin Newsom said that California would cut any funding to any local university that accepts the deal?
Oh, no, I didn't hear that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he basically came out and was like, if there's any California university that accepts the deal or any university that it takes state funding from California, if you accept the deal, you don't get any more funding. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, Gavin Newsom is fighting fucking fire with fire, and I am here for it. I understand he's had some real shitty like stances in the past. Yeah. But the fact that he is fighting fire with fire makes me absolutely fucking delighted.
Yeah.
Just delighted.
Me too.
Anyway. Okay. Speaking of dumbest fucking conservatives in the world.
Okay.
The Republicans heard that Bad Bunny was going to perform the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And lost their goddamn fucking minds.
Their fucking literal minds.
They do not realize that Bad Bunny is an American. I know. What would it take for us to make sure conservatives are aware that Puerto Rico is an American territory?
Correct.
Right? Like, what is it going
like Virgin Islands?
Yes. What is it going to take for us to be able to say sirs and madams?
Yes.
People from Puerto Rico are Americans. Go fuck yourself.
I mean, is this going to be part of Linda McMahon's Civics 250 revamp we got to do in all the public schools for next year? Like, can we learn the states and the capitals and the territories? I'm just wondering.
Right.
Can we go back and learn over that? I mean,
no, we're not. I don't know that Linda McMahon knows what a U.S. territory is.
I mean, probably
like it wouldn't surprise me if she.
Tony Laren. You know who Tony Laren is, right?
Oh, yes.
That dumb twat got schooled on her own fucking podcast by, I think, Lara Trump I don't know. Actually, I don't know who it was. She looks like Lara Trump, but they all look alike, so I don't know who it was.
Yeah, they
Who
all look alike.
literally said to her, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, babe. Like, he's an American citizen. On her own fucking podcast. And then didn't cut it.
Are you serious?
Didn't cut it before she posted said podcast. Like the dumb twat that she is.
Okay. Like, that is so. To your point, every once in a while, we say some dumb shit, right?
100%.
Like you and I say some dumb shit, but I call that, I cut that as quickly as I can fucking cut that shit. I even sometimes say things that I'm like, I don't think that it's a good idea that I said it or you said it or whatever.
Get, like the context behind this. Yeah. Because I do know there are times that I feel like I fall in the trap of like you and I've had so many private conversations that like we're having a conversation. You know what I mean? But nobody else has the outside context to go with it sometimes. So I get what you're saying on that.
This is great. So I had AI answer this for me.
Okay.
The incident. During an early October 2025 episode of her podcast, Tomi Lahren is fearless. Lahren was debating the NFL's choice of Bad Bunny as a Super Bowl headliner with progressive pundit Crystal Ball. When Ball referred to him as a great American artist, Lahren interjected, he's not an American artist. Ball immediately corrected Lahren, saying, he's Puerto Rican. That's part of America, dear.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
that. Yeah. To your point, like,
holy shit.
You should be embarrassed.
Yeah. And that should have never seen the light of day.
Yeah. She further states that she doesn't consider him an American artist based on his political statements and expressed hope that he would develop a little freaking respect for our nation's immigration laws.
That's not how it works, you dumb fucking twat.
She is a dumb fucking twat. And this personifies that to a fucking T.
Yes.
Like how conservatives feel.
Yes.
Like 99% of them don't realize that he's an American citizen.
Yep.
And then when they find out, they're like, well, still.
It doesn't feel
I don't consider him American.
Right.
Right. I don't consider him an American citizen because he speaks Spanish.
Right.
Like that's the shit that they do. Got it.
Which is why Turning Point USA is going to have their own halftime show called All American Halftime Show. You want to hear about this?
The All American show. Yes, I do. Tell me about the All American halftime show.
So I got this off of Variety. So Turning Point USA, aka Erica Kirk, the boss bitch herself, has announced that it will be hosting its own Super Bowl halftime show in protest to the NFL's official headliner, Bad Bunny. The right-wing organization has posted its All-American halftime show on social media, writing, performers and event details coming soon. The post links to a survey that allows people to select which music genre they would like to see featured at the big game. Okay, ready for this? Including anything in English, Americana, and worship. It also lists hip-hop, despite Charlie Kirk once advocating for people to stop listening to rap music and the degenerate hip-hop stuff. It's unclear how and where Turning Point's counter-programming will be aired, but viewers would have to turn off the Super Bowl broadcast and switch to the All-American halftime show, which will celebrate faith, family, and freedom, the 3 Fs, according to the website.
I mean...
Oh, and then I got to talk... And then they talk about Kristi Noem's comments.
Because the thing is, like, if they make it a country music fest, people will flip over and watch it.
Oh,
like,
sure.
There's no...
Yeah.
But if it's a bunch of religious performers, nobody's going to watch it, right?
Well, or like, I don't know. It's just so fucking weird. It's like,
right.
The fact that, like, there have been multiple times, because I'm not a sports fanatic, unlike my husband and my child. And so when I watch the Super Bowl, I'm watching it for the commercials and I'm watching it for the halftime show. But there's been lots of years that I'm like, I don't give a flying fuck about this halftime performance. And I just go on about my life.
So to that point, I do not care. Like, I'm not a big Bad Bunny fan.
Right.
So I couldn't name one of his songs.
Right.
I'm too old. I'm clearly outside of the demographic of people that care about who. Right.
Yes.
So I get that. I'm perfectly fine with that. And it doesn't bother me.
Right.
So to your point, I'll watch the game because, of course, our beloved Chiefs will be in it again this year. So I will be watching the game for sure.
Yeah.
But I never cared about the halftime show. Now I do.
Well, that's my thing. Now I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I was so excited for Kendrick Lamar because they were so fucking outraged about Kendrick Lamar. And he served it to them on a fucking platter. And I hope Bad Bunny does the same goddamn thing.
Well, to your point, I didn't care about Kendrick Lamar either. And then I watched it and I was like, oh, I'm enjoying this music.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
But to your point, like the only thing I cared about was
how
the fact that he was, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that. Oh, so Christine Ohm said that immigration enforcement agents would be all over the Super Bowl because in her belief, the only people who should be attending the game are law-abiding Americans who love this country. Okay, first of all, before I even finish reading this, I'm just going to pause right there to say, Miss Gnome, is Trump going to be there? Because he's not a law-abiding American citizen. He's a felon.
That's right.
So does he get to go to the game? Okay. House Speaker Mike Johnson said booking Bad Bunny was a terrible decision. Oh, and suggested that Lee Greenwood would attract a broader audience. Despite the fact that the 1980s country icon boasts fewer than 500,000 Spotify listeners compared with Bad Bunny's 80 million Spotify listeners. Donald Trump called the Bad Bunny selection absolutely ridiculous, despite admitting, I've never heard of him. Well, no shit, Peepaw. The host...
Well, and to your point, Peepaw, I get it. You haven't heard of him. That's okay.
Yes.
But
then maybe
you're not the demographic.
Sit this one out. The hosts of The Charlie Kirk Show also slammed Bad Bunny on a recent episode of the Conservative Talk program, which continued after Kirk's death, blah, blah, blah. During his SNL monologue on October 4th, Bad Bunny mocked conservative pundits for the backlash surrounding his Super Bowl performance. He delivered some heartfelt remarks in Spanish, thanking his fans and acknowledging Latinos' contributions in the United States. Then in English quipped, if you didn't understand what I just said, you have 4 months to learn.
I love it. Here's what I would love. I would love for him to bring out like special guests Jennifer Lopez. You know what I'm saying? Like bring out
artists.
Other big Latino artists that make it a fucking spectacle.
Yeah. He could bring out Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine.
That's exactly right. Gloria Estefan, some giant Latino artist that just fucking like kills it. I think that would be like, because my very favorite Super Bowl halftime was the one that had like all the 90s rap stars. Like that was the best ever.
Are you talking about the one with like Eminem and Dre and Snoop? Oh my God, girl. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yes.
It was amazing.
That was so good.
Yes.
Right. And so like if that happened again, I would absolutely lose my fucking mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway.
I just love that this is what like they don't.
I know.
I think for me, they don't realize that when they lose their fucking minds over shit like this, it's just putting their racism on blast.
Well, that...
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just...
Yes.
It's like, I just...
And you're just making yourself look so stupid.
That this is the hill you're willing to die on? Are you fucking kidding me? The halftime show? Who gives a fuck?
Right, and you're gonna call your alternative the All-American
halftime show
when an American is
doing it. Yes.
But you didn't have a problem when it was Paul McCartney, and you didn't have a problem when it like come on.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so we clearly know the Conservative Party has no idea who's American.
Oh, right. Oh, yes.
Now let's talk about where all of our American money is going to now that we're not having to pay any of our employees.
Correct.
Last week, I think it was last week, there was announced that Donald Trump was giving $20 billion to Argentina.
Yes, ma'am.
20 billion with a B. Billion with a B.
In the middle of a shutdown.
To Argentina.
Uh-huh.
This week, you were mentioning that they are now talking about doing what?
So Scott Bessent came out today, and this is in Politico, said that his department is working on a partnership with the private sector and other entities, whatever that means, to provide an additional $20 billion in financing for Argentina to make it a total of $40 billion. The aid
is there any way that he could work on,
helping
funding the government? Yeah.
And this is what kills me. So the aid is aimed at bolstering Argentina's collapsing currency and calming economic unrest before the October 26th midterm elections that will determine if the country's leader, an ally of Trump's, will maintain a political mandate. And two things on this, and just in case people have forgotten who the leader of Argentina is, he's the guy that gave the golden chainsaw to Musk on the stage at that fucking thing that they did. Anyway, back when Doge was still happening. So,
Yeah.
but the other thing that kills me is we've got 20 billion in federal funds to help Argentina, and we can't give healthcare to our people. We can't just make school
No.
lunches free at every public school in our country so that
Nope.
parents and families that are struggling don't have to worry about how their kids are going to get a hot fucking meal every school day. Like,
Yep.
this is the fucking absurdity of it. I don't know, I don't even know if I can intelligently have a conversation about should we be bailing out Argentina or not. I don't know if I am equipped to have, because I don't understand what's happening in Argentina. What I understand is that
So
our government is shut down. We have people that are fucking struggling, and we're sending 20 billion goddamn dollars over there.
so here's what's worse about this, okay? They're, yes, getting ready for a midterm election. And the current Argentinian president, which I'm going to butcher his name, but it's like Milei or
Yeah, I think it's
Meal.
something like that. I didn't want to pronounce it either,
Okay.
but I think you're right. Yeah.
So we're going to
We
say,
call him Javier by his first name.
yes, there you go. So, like, Trump has said point blank, because this money is going to Argentina because like their stock market is falling dramatically. Their money's not worth anything. Like, their economy is collapsing. Similar to like what happened to us in 2008, right? Like, it's very similar to that.
Yeah.
And Trump has said, listen, I'll send this money to get this guy reelected. And he has told Argentinians in no uncertain terms, I will continue to help you if you vote for this guy in the midterm elections. But if you don't, I'm cutting off all the funding.
Well, if you give him 20 billion, you can't get it back, dumbass. What do you mean?
No, so he'll continue giving more money to Argentina if they agree to reelect this guy. If the Argentinian people don't reelect him, Trump's like, I'm cutting off all aid to you.
Okay, again, I am the dumbest bitch on the block. Okay, let's just be real clear. And I don't know a goddamn thing about Argentinians' politics. What if he's not good for their country? What if this like strong arm bullshit that Trump's doing?
So they've been friends for a while.
Him and Javier.
Him and Javier. And Javier is pretty obviously conservative.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, like, the former president is under house arrest after a conviction of corruption charges.
Okay.
So like the country is not
collapses, not necessarily because of Javier.
Right.
Policies. Okay.
Right. So there's stuff, right? There's a lot of like craziness there that definitely like should be considered. But the reality of it is obviously sending $40 billion to help Argentina when we are struggling is absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah.
But and of course the fact that Republicans are just fine with that. They have not said any, like, they're saying
they're not even going to blink
absolutely
at it.
Nothing about it.
Yeah.
And in fact, like, we're willing to, of course, cut Medicare for people, cut Medicaid for people, whatever.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, like, it's extortion. Like, there's no other way. Like, there's no other way to say it any differently. It is extortion.
Yeah.
That he is saying the only way.
Like my guy.
Yeah. So he told reporters that if my guy loses, we're not going to be generous with Argentina.
Jesus
if he wins, we're staying with him. If he doesn't win, we'll be gone.
Just like indiscriminately blowing up boats in the middle of the sea and saying that they're full of drug cartels from Venezuela.
Exactly.
War crime. This is extortion.
It's extortion. It is 100%. Like, you are bribing a whole fucking country. And how fucking that, like, this is where we've devolved. Like, this is where we've just
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's really, really sad. But one other thing that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
That we have not talked about yet.
Okay.
So we have a couple big ones, but I want to talk really quick about the Alaska and the typhoon Tailong, because no one is this isn't getting any attention
Yeah.
whatsoever. So I just like to make sure that like our watchers are aware of it. We only have to spend 5 minutes because we also have the Voting Rights Act and the Supreme Court to talk about that we haven't even touched on yet.
Mm-hmm.
But just so you guys are aware, since like October 12th, Alaska had record flooding, record devastation, 110-mile-an-hour winds.
Jesus.
So similar to a hurricane and a typhoon that hit them. And basically, like all of Western Alaska has been ravaged by this typhoon. It's caused houses to come off their
Foundations. Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
Dozens
Like,
of
yeah, I'm assuming that this is not like uninhabitable land. That's not why we're not
It's
hearing
not.
about it, right?
No, it's not. And granted, it's not like inhabited by as many people as are in maybe New Orleans, but several people are missing. They know they have one confirmed death. Like a lot of the communities are all in villages.
Oh,
And
sure.
so like, right. So thousands of people have been displaced and
They're
they're
U.S.
still
citizens.
fucking flooding everywhere in this area.
Oh my God.
And it has now been 3 days. No FEMA, no Christy
I've heard
Nome,
nothing.
no
From any
National
major
Guard.
outlet. Well, I mean, we're in a
No.
government shutdown, so sorry about you, Alaska.
I guess
it's your bad luck
as a
that
storm,
the typhoon hit when it did.
That's right. So that like thousands have been displaced. As the storm approached the Alaska coastline last week, forecast efforts may have been hampered by a lack of weather data triggered by the Trump administration's cuts to federal agencies earlier
like
this
NOAA.
year. Following widespread layoffs at the National Weather Service, there's been a gap in weather balloon coverage in Western Alaska. The balloons feed data directly into computer models used to forecast the weather. However, there were few, if any, balloons to take measurements of what the weather was doing as the system approached Alaska.
Oh my God.
So there is at least one TikTok user named Brown Girl Pride who has been on TikTok railing against the government because she's like, we are several days in. People like the Coast Guard is here trying to find people that are obviously missing, but she's like, we don't have any Homeland Security. We have no FEMA. We're getting no help from the federal government. American citizens just sitting there. And what's crazy to me is I have not heard Trump say one fucking word about it.
And who is Alaska's rep? Is it Murkowski?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why the fuck isn't she in front of the cameras talking about this on every newscast? Do you know what I'm saying? Being like, the people in my state are fucking hurting. Why isn't the administration doing anything?
Yep. Yes. Alaska has displaced 1,500 people.
Oh my God.
Saying. Yep. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention because it's like, I don't think it's really getting any attention.
Oh.
And I hadn't heard anything about it.
No.
So yeah, I was like, this really fucking sucks.
Yeah.
A $20 million U.S. Environmental Protection Agency grant to a village that was inundated by floodwaters was terminated by the Trump administration.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Shocking.
I bet they could use some of that $20 billion we're getting ready to send to Argentina.
That's right, because that was 20 million with an M.
Right.
Argentina got 20 billion with a B.
Yes.
Okay, so the last big item on my list that I have is about the Voter Rights Act of 1964. So the Supreme Court right now is reviewing a case that challenges a Louisiana redistricting that could create like a second district of primary Black voters.
Mm-hmm.
12 white people sued the state of Louisiana.
Of course they did.
Saying that creating this second district is diluting their ability to vote and that it is reverse racism. I swear to God,
racism is not a fucking thing that exists.
I cannot fucking believe that in 2025 we are still talking about reverse fucking racism. And
you put it in a fucking lawsuit like a goddamn clown.
And here we are. And the Supreme Court is like, maybe you're right.
You know what? Yeah, Clarence Thomas is like, come to think of it, maybe we actually don't need the Voting Rights Act. I think we're good. We're good. Yep. I mean, we know that's like precedent, that it's settled law, but maybe it isn't.
Brett Kavanaugh, basically his comment was, these acts and laws that prevent discrimination need to have a time bound to them.
But
like
we do, what? What?
So he basically, here's the exact
read
quote.
It to me. Read it to me. I'm so pissed
This
right now.
court cases in a variety of contexts have said that race-based remedies are permissible for a period of time, sometimes for a long period of time, decades in some cases, but they should not be indefinite and should have an endpoint.
Why should they not be
I don't
indefinite?
know.
Why
apparently,
should they have an endpoint?
Apparently, after so long, racism just magically goes away.
I was going to say, because America's done such a bang-up fucking job of dealing with our actual fucking history and past here, and we've done all the reparations to our indigenous people and our black people that, for sure, let's just let that shit expire. It's fucking fine.
Well, in all fairness, it doesn't exist anymore because we erased it from all of our national archives.
Because they're not losing their fucking minds over Bad Bunny right now.
That's right.
So clearly there's no racism issue in this country. It's
no.
And yes, to your point, we got rid of all the plaques. We got rid of all the shit in our national archives. We got rid of all.
The racism never existed because it doesn't exist anymore in our national.
Back in all of our schools. And so it's fucking fine. It's fucking fine.
So they're struggling because they're like, so this flies directly in the face of Section 2. So they're like, do we remove Section 2 that basically says you can't redistrict in a way that is intentionally indicates racist motivations? Or do we make the law to prove racial intent stronger, to force like court cases? If you're going to try and prove racial intent, like you have to basically,
But it always has a racial intent. What they just did in Missouri, where Rep Cleaver's section was, it had racial intent, and they fucking did it anyway. Every time the GOP redistricts and does this gerrymandering bullshit, there's always the fucking racist undertones to it. Every time. It's why they do it. Well,
so to your point, gerrymandering should be illegal. I do not understand why gerrymandering is not illegal. They talked about this as part of the Supreme Court conversation that they can redistrict if they want to redistrict. But the reality is like with gerrymandering, I get the idea is specifically to force votes one way or another. Mm-hmm. Like that's the whole point.
Right.
And it is clear that in general, minorities vote a specific way that Republicans hate. So it's very much like causation versus correlation. But at the end of the day, anytime that you have if an area is predominantly black, you are obviously going to gerrymander that district so they all vote together and only get one vote. Mm-hmm. And it's because you assume they're going to vote a specific way.
Yeah.
Like there's no doubt.
Yep.
So at this point, the dissenting votes are like, if you're going to make it impossible for people to be able to fight any racial discrimination, you might as well get rid of it at this point, like, because it's not going to be doing any good. I thought I saw the bug. I thought I saw the gnat. I was real excited for a second, and then I'm like, fuck me. But yeah, so who knows if we're going to have the Voting Rights Act or at least Section 2 going forward. They're scheduled to, I think, release a decision at the end of the month is what they're saying. So
holy shit.
I know. So we'll see. A couple of other just quick hit things.
Yeah.
Speaking of Missouri, you have a Dominion voting.
Oh, yeah.
Update?
Yes. So, hold on. I got to find that's MIT. Yes. Dominion Voting Systems was purchased by Liberty Vote. Liberty Vote is owned by Scott Leyendecker, founder of a Missouri-based election tech company who previously served as the Republican director for the St. Louis Board of Elections. The quote was, as of today, this was late last week, Dominion is gone. Liberty Vote assumes full ownership and operational control. That was the press release. Leyendecker said he wants to use the renamed company to restore public confidence in the U.S. electoral process. Liberty now also vows to be bipartisan as it works to reshape Dominion's image. Dominion's election products were used by millions of U.S. voters across 27 states last year. The only comment that John Poulos, who was Dominion's founder and CEO, said was one sentence: Liberty Vote has acquired Dominion voting systems. That was
Oh,
it.
good Lord.
The company's new owner laid out 4 goals, many of which align with the Trump administration, and they argue will restore trust in U.S. elections, the main being a heavy emphasis on using paper ballots. So, like, he goes on to say that, Liberty Vote's committed to delivering election technology that prioritizes paper-based transparency, security, simplicity, blah, blah, blah. The sale of Dominion comes as Trump has repeatedly insisted that he plans to overhaul America's election systems, from wanting to move the U.S. to all paper ballots, require voter ID in all elections, and restrict mail-in voting. I find this very, very concerning. Liberty Vote plans on ensuring that the company is 100% American owned. Dominion was founded as a Canadian company with offices in Toronto, Denver, and Dallas. So that was a dig at, Dominion. The new company plans to continue to have a presence in Canada. However, a source familiar with the plan said the press release from Liberty Vote references buzzwords that have been championed by Trump, including election integrity, this kind of shit. So 98% of American voters already live in a jurisdiction that produces fully audible paper trails. So them continuing to say, like, this is going to be different than what Dominion did is smoke and mirrors, because it's not.
Yeah. No.
So yeah, I think it's very concerning that that he has purchased Dominion.
Yeah.
Especially because Dominion had to pay out millions of dollars, or the Trump had to pay millions of dollars to Dominion over the
defamation lawsuit.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
So to your point, if Liberty maintains bipartisanship and does continue to be bipartisan, because I saw that they came out and were like, yeah, we have a bipartisan team of, review board or whatever. But because it's run by a Republican, Trump can't say some of the shit that they've said.
Yeah.
Then it might be worth it. But I always think that it's going to be okay, and it never is. So, there's that. The one other thing that I wanted to just real quick touch on.
Yeah.
The Pentagon journalists walked out today. So I think you guys know that you might not. Pete Hegseth put in a rule that if you're going to work at the Pentagon as a journalist, you have to follow his rules, which basically
you
said
have to sign this blood oath.
That's right, this blood oath, exactly. That basically said every news story, every article published has to be approved by Pete Hegseth's office, whether it's classified or not. They said 40 to 50 journalists all quit in protest today.
I love that.
And walked out of the Pentagon together.
And there's only one.
I love that too.
I heard there's only one news outlet, correct, that signed the deal? Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And it wasn't his previous employer either.
I know. Well, I can't imagine that they would.
Right.
I can't imagine that they would. So that was kind of fun. So if you want to read more about that, I definitely encourage you.
Just all in unison, go fuck yourself, Pete.
Go fuck yourself, because they all waited until 4:00 to work out together.
That's awesome.
And then, of course, I was going to ask you if if your happy ending was the flattering photo of our
of our dear leader. It is not, but
of our dear leader.
Yeah.
So that was a fun little the fact that Trump got so mad about it, the picture of him on the cover of Time magazine.
Oh my God.
So for those of you who don't know, Time featured Trump on the cover, but they shot him from down here. So he has this crepe neck thing going on, and you can't see his hair.
Yes.
And he does not like it.
Very upset.
So much so that he even posted on social media about how much he hated the picture.
Yes. Dear leader is upset.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that.
Anything that makes him mad and gets at his ego, I fucking love. I think it's great.
Especially because several people, obviously likened his neck with a vagina.
Oh.
And then several more people said, don't insult the vagina that way.
Yeah.
The vagina is a beautiful thing.
That's exactly right.
That neck is
dare
not.
you? How dare you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right.
Ew.
So I enjoyed that.
That's great.
Okay. Well, speaking of happy endings.
Yes. Would you like your happy ending?
Yes.
Okay. Your happy ending today is coming from Portugal.
Oh.
Okay. A stray dog that was saved from being euthanized has become an expert pet detective. Are you ready for this?
Now, I love a pet detective,
know,
girl.
right?
I love a
Okay.
pet detective.
Rico was days away from being put down when kind-hearted Rachel Rogers, who runs a dog training school, paid $200 to rescue him from a Portuguese dog pound. She said, I saw the picture online of this really cute black and tan dog. They said he had 2 days left to live. I paid the fee to get him out of the pound, but they hadn't found him a home, so I ended up paying and bringing him over. I think she's in England. She took him home and was amazed to discover the incredible sniffing and tracking skills of him. Within months, his nose was being used to track down lost pets and animals which had escaped from their enclosures, including a runaway capybara. I didn't even know that was something that could happen. He would be given a blanket or chew toy to smell, which he would then use to locate the area where the animals had most recently been. And he's like a tiny dog, like he's little.
I'm looking at a picture of him right now.
Yeah, he's 10 years old.
Which I have to say, my parents reminded me that I did not post a picture of the golden retriever and her koala with the last video. So I might pop that up here really quick for those people right now.
There you go.
But I swear I will show you Rico. Yes. Because this little dog is fucking adorable.
It says here that he is now a pro at locating lost animals. He's taken part in more than 20 pet rescues and is preparing to mark 10 years since she gave Rico a second chance of life in December of 2015.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, his first rescue happened while she was doing a course about water voles in Wales.
That's awesome.
I know. Like, he's so freaking
I think
cute.
Betty could do that. I think Betty could do that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should train.
You should train her.
Betty.
Yeah, you should.
I know I should.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was adorable, and I will make sure that I include pictures of both sets of animals. So yes. Indeed. Also, this weekend is another major No Kings protest coming up.
Yes.
I know you and I had talked briefly, but I know you had some suggestions for our listeners if anyone's participating.
I'm not a big protest girl. I get real fucking freaked out about the amount of people that are there. I get real fucking freaked out about police being there. Like, the whole concept of it freaks the shit out of me. But I am always supportive of everyone that wants to go out and protest and do your thing, because you have the right to do it. My concern with this is we've all heard, and I'm going to say this with the caveat of, like, don't not protest. If it's your fucking gig and you want to do it, I am right there with you. Like, go do it. But I just want our listeners to be as safe as they can be. We know that Trump has been saying for a while now that they are itching for any reason to call in the Insurrection Act. I think we have to be smart that depending on what location you're in, if you're already in Chicago, if you're in Portland, whatever, you have to assume ICE and the FBI will be infiltrating the protest as an excuse to fucking start knocking heads. So just be safe. Write a phone number on your arm before you go if you get arrested, so you can make your phone call. Like, just be safe if you go out. Know your rights. Try as hard as you can not to be violent first. Because that's all that they're looking for, is just it. They all have itchy fingers at this point to do anything that they can, and just be safe about it. And I'm with you in like, I'm
spirit.
In spirit. I couldn't think of the fucking word. Yes, thank you. In spirit. I'm with you in spirit. Yes.
100%. We definitely are. We appreciate anyone that wants to protest and wants to, but we have, this is what we do. Yes. And hopefully this helps somebody know that they're not alone, that, 290 days sounds just as long to us as it does to you guys. Yes. You are right. You are not alone. And so hopefully this helps some people, but for those of you who protest, we're with you, and we definitely stand by you.
Yes.
With that said, I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your week. Just know that we love you all.
Yes.
Rico loves you, even if he hasn't met you yet.
Yes. We'll send Rico for you. If ICE gets you, we'll send Rico out.
That's right. That's right. All right. Take care.
Bye.